The time has come. The hours of practice, the lessons, the rehearsals are over. Each of these high school students has spent years learning to master an instrument, and each is proud of that achievement. But striving for personal success is only part of the picture. These young musicians have also had another goal: to be part of an orchestra, to create something together that surpasses what each can do alone. When it all comes together, the result is spectacular. A stunning tribute to teamwork and individual accomplishment. A thing of joy for those who play and for those who listen. This is what the Osseo School's instrumental music program is all about. This is also what the instrumental music program is all about. The sounds you are hearing may not be music to your ears, but they may be the start of something more important: a lifelong appreciation and love of music.
That's it. Good job.
District 279's instrumental music program begins in the 5th and 6th grades. At the beginning of the school year, 5th grade students are introduced to the string instruments. Those who have an interest in learning to play a string instrument are encouraged to talk with their parents. Then, the student, parents, and orchestra teacher meet. In the 6th grade, students who are interested in wind and percussion instruments are given the opportunity to join the program and begin instruction. It's an exciting time for students, and nothing is more exciting or more important than selecting an instrument. Each student is interviewed and carefully fitted with the instrument that's right for him or her. When matching a student with an instrument, a number of factors are taken into consideration, including the student's personal preference, physical characteristics, and sense of pitch and rhythm. It doesn't take long for these fledgling musicians to find out that it takes more than enthusiasm to play an instrument. In 5th and 6th grade, students with like instruments are combined in small groups for lessons. Those lessons are held once a week. During their first year of study, students are taught how to hold and care for their instrument. They begin to learn how to read music and to produce certain tones. They also learn that being part of a band or orchestra requires cooperation and personal responsibility. That responsibility doesn't end when the student leaves the classroom. Band and orchestra members are encouraged to practice a minimum of 30 minutes a day. Consistent practice is essential if a student wants to master an instrument, and investing time and effort in practicing can have a big payoff. Not all of their music education takes place in the classroom. Throughout the program, students have the chance to go on field trips to learn more about instrumental music and the musicians who play it. Near the end of the school year, beginning band and orchestra students make their first public appearance. This concert does more than show off what they've learned. It gives them their first taste of what it's like to perform for a live, applauding audience. By the time they reach 7th grade, band and orchestra members know the basics about their instruments and reading music. Now they're ready for more. The weekly sessions are replaced with daily classes. Students learn more about the structural elements of music and develop new skills on their instruments. As their individual skills increase, so does the importance of being a dependable and attentive part of the group. The 7th graders have 2 concert performances, one in the fall and one in the spring.
I think in band you get a lot more help with things than you do in other classes, because if you don't understand something, you've got to learn how to do it. Otherwise, it throws everybody off. And it's a lot more enjoyable because you're not just memorizing things, you're learning things, and you'll have it for the rest of your life. It's not like algebra, you're not going to forget it the next week.
From the beginning, parents are encouraged to play a part in their child's musical education, whether it's signing practice records or attending concerts. Parental support can be vital to a student's success. In 8th grade, a real change takes place. Until now, most of the focus has been on small group lessons and rehearsing with like instruments. Students have had only a limited amount of full band or orchestra experience. What was once a novelty now becomes a daily occurrence. Each day during 8th and 9th grade, students participate in a full band or orchestra rehearsal to prepare for 3 concerts during the year. Lessons, too, undergo some important changes. The groups attending lessons are smaller, and the material being covered in those lessons is more sophisticated and more challenging.
Well, for me, it's like everyone has their own separate part, and to hear them all put together, I don't know, and it's a fun class. It's not like a normal class. You really don't have homework besides to practice, and I like practicing, so.
The transition from junior high to high school is exciting and a little bit scary for all students. For those in the instrumental music program, high school is a time of unprecedented choice and opportunity. When they first picked up an instrument in 5th or 6th grade, these students wanted to become part of the band. Now they can participate in the jazz ensemble, the pit orchestra, the marching band, and the pep band. They can perform in a wide variety of settings, indoors and out. And sometimes they even take their show on the road.
Magic Music Days at Walt Disney World is pleased to present Osseo High School String Orchestra.
In recent years, members of the instrumental music program have performed throughout the Midwest, as well as in Florida, Washington, D.C., and Canada. And they've been recognized for their excellence a little closer to home. Competing in district and regional contests is one of the highlights of the high school program. In high school, students also have a chance to be individually acknowledged for their participation in the instrumental music program. They can earn a letter.
Music, being in all the different sorts, the orchestra, band, jazz, and everything, I've learned to appreciate all types of music. I mean, before I was in orchestra, I really didn't care for that type of music, so then I get into orchestra, and now I'll be driving down the road, turn on the radio, and there's a string quartet on or something, and you know, I'm not so quick to turn it off, and I think you can kind of apply that to just life in general. You know, you're not going to be so quick to judge somebody or something. You know, maybe give it a chance, and you know, you might like it. Or...
I just attended the 6th grade program this past Monday, and my brother is in it, and it was really exciting. It was just so neat to see 600 and some kids out there holding up their instruments, and oh, it brought back memories that made chills go through my body, and it was just really neat. I can't imagine going to high school without ever coming to this band room. This is I come here every day during homeroom if I can. It's my life. I really enjoy it.
And after high school, some of these students will continue to be active in instrumental music in college and beyond. Most will not. A few will make a career of music.
Any kind of music if it's performed well and done well, is exciting to me. And one thing that you would maybe get by being in an orchestra program that you wouldn't necessarily get is an appreciation and a hands-on experience with, say, composers from the 17 and 1800s that were living, breathing people that wrote wonderful music at the time that maybe you wouldn't have necessarily a chance to be aware of if, for instance, all you were listening to was the radio.
Each year, more than 3,500 students participate in District 279's award-winning instrumental music program. Only a handful will make music their life's work. Training professional musicians is not the primary goal of the Osseo Instrumental Music Program. The program is based on the idea that appreciation and sensitivity to music is important to everyone and a vital part of a well-rounded education. Instrumental music provides students with a unique opportunity for self-expression and creativity. The students who participate in the instrumental music program learn to understand and value music. They learn that discipline and enthusiasm go hand in hand. They learn to work alone and to work together. The things these students learn through band and orchestra will help them in every aspect of their lives. And best of all, it will enhance the quality of their lives and continue to bring them enjoyment long after their school days are over.
Well, music, like the other arts, touches a part of us that we may not be able to be in touch with every day. As an example, as a physician, I meet people every day and treat them, and it's very technical. A lot of time is spent there, but I need time for myself to relax. I need time to find some inner parts of me that I'm not able to touch every day in my job. And music provides that.
I would look back on my experience as one of the best things I have ever done in high school. I mean, if I hadn't come in here being in music, I don't think I would, you know, have made the friends that I made, have learned the things I have about just life in general, and I don't think my high school career would have been as great as it has been. I mean, I really attribute a lot of what has happened to music.